Shalom. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaChodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone GMS. To you I say Shalom and Shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwam Yasha Allah and Abad Babal. So this is just some more information on CBDCs and the coming MOTB. So this is what's happening in the month of August 2023. And you're seeing these central banks situated in these different countries and all over the world transitioning to a CBDC. If you don't know the acronym for CBDC and what it means, it just simply means central bank digital currency. And that's what we're seeing right now. So I just have some articles just to point that out. So this is going to be an update. And also a lot of information is coming out on how these CBDCs and the MOTB is going to be linked to a carbon footprint, which we've been talking about for years. It's just that we say it a different way, right? And this pertains to Revelation chapter 13 and 16 on down, right? Which I'll pull that up. So here we go. Here are some of the articles. Russia to test digital ruble with banks, clients. The country's central bank will begin real-world tests of the digital currency with 13 banks and limited clients on August 15th. All right, so this happened already. This happened yesterday, and so they're already in motion with it. It says Russia is set to broaden its digital ruble pilot by starting real-world tests with 13 banks next week. The country's central bank announced Wednesday. President Vladimir Putin signed the digital ruble law in July, while the central bank's pilot for the CBDC has been a while in the making. Russia, heavily sanctioned by the US and Europe following the invasion of Ukraine, views the digital ruble as a way of circumventing the financial restrictions. See, so a lot of people are going to go along with this, especially those who are situated in Russia, because they're being heavily oppressed by NATO and the United States. So this is just another example of Satan being an angel of light. Briefly paraphrasing, going into the scriptures. So this whole digital ruble, bringing forth a digital system, it's a way out of captivity or oppression for some people, and that's how they're portraying it. Right. So that's all I want from here. So here we go, another one. Bank of England, same website, coindesk.com. Bank of England wants digital pound advisors as it moves to CBDC design phase. The Bank of England is recruiting academics for its central bank digital currency engagement forum and asking stakeholders for more information. Okay. The bank, along with the Treasury, the government's finance arm, which has been helping with the country's CBDC work, wants academics and researchers to express their interest in joining the group. A CBDC is digital money issued by a central bank. The academic advisory group is meant to bring together experts across finance, economics, business, and more. Through this group, we seek to generate expert academic input and promote interdisciplinary discussions on a range of topics related to retail CBDC. The BOE, Bank of England, said on its website. In February, the country launched a consultation on a digital pound, which the government and Bank of England believe is likely needed. Right? That initial consultation closed in June. The Bank of England plans to run its own experimentation and design phase over the next 2 years, according to people familiar with the matter. So you see, so they're actually, it's kind of like a pilot program. So they're putting it in motion, and like they said, it's an experiment, which means they're going to polish and perfect the bringing of the MOTB. They're going to perfect that system, right? So you're seeing these banks, man, they're starting to transition into it, and they're perfecting it now, right? So here we go. Another one. This was posted August 7, 2023. Central Bank of Brazil reveals name of its controversial CBDC. So here you go, Brazil. Brazil is another power. You know, they have a very big economy. They're a serious country. So it says here, Drex will be the official name of Brazil's new central bank digital currency, also known as the digital real, according to a Monday announcement from the Central Bank of Brazil. The name was revealed during a live broadcast on the bank's YouTube channel hosted by Fabio Arujo, coordinator of the digital real, and Arditist Calvacante, deputy head of the central bank's technology and information department. Drex combines several elements of innovation: the D for digital, R for real, E for electronic, and X for a transaction. Taking a step further in this family of Pix that we created and was a success, Arujo said. Pix is a Brazilian platform that offers instant free electronic fund transfers using QR codes and easy to remember IDs like phone numbers and email addresses instead of account numbers. So it's kind of like with the Jamdex and all these other digital currencies. Remember the president of Jamaica, or the prime minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, he was pushing that heavily, and I have a video of that. Right, I have a video of that. So this is just another central bank that's moving into CBDCs, right? Going into a cashless, or bringing forth a cashless system. So here we go. Russia's digital ruble. This is posted Tuesday, August 8th. Russia's digital ruble faces tepid public response. Belarus to launch CBDC for cross-border payments. While countries around the world explore the creation of a central bank digital currencies as an additional option alongside physical cash, results on the ground continue to show a tepid response for consumers, with Russia being the latest country to admit that the public reaction to digital ruble has been lackluster. According to a report from Kommersant, the Association of Russian Banks sent a letter to the Bank of Russia asking for clarification on Moscow's CBDC plans, and warned that thus far citizens have been wary of digital ruble. Yeah, they're wary because they know they're going to lose their freedoms. And this is going to create something called social engineering, which what you're seeing taking place in communist China, with bringing forth UBI, and also bringing forth a social credit system. You know, you having a social credit score. You know, if you don't obey the laws, you can't buy gas. You know, if you have a low social credit score, you can't buy gas. You'll be put to an open shame in the public if you have too much tickets or you didn't pay certain fines or fees. That's all going to be linked to your CHIP, right? So you can go check that out yourself. You know, that's what they're doing right now. So that's why a lot of people are worried, because it's going to create a more centralized government, and your so-called freedoms are going to be taken away. So yeah, you know, those people over there in Russia, man, you know, they're not stupid. But you Americans, man, you're dumb. You're not wary of anything. You don't think that this is a big deal. And like we said, like we've been pushing for years, this links with prophecy, man. Revelation chapter 13 and Revelation chapter 14. The Charagma. So Russian people have an extremely wary attitude to the introduction of the digital ruble. This attitude is shared by the consumers of financial services. The ARB said the letter also called for the Bank of Russia to propose the introduction of a direct ban on forcing citizens to open a digital ruble wallet. The ARB asked the central bank to provide clarification on several topics, including what is a digital ruble, a third form of money, or non-cash currency. Will the central bank compensate banks for the cost of providing customers with access to the digital ruble? And will banks be required to become participants in the project? And if so, what do they need to change in their infrastructure? You know, and that's what it is. It's all, you know, the infrastructure is being set up. I'm just saying, I'm going to bring it to where we live. The infrastructure is changing, and you people are like frogs in a pot, man. They're slowly changing how you buy things in stores, how you make online purchases. They're slowly getting rid of cash, and they're slowly bringing in a cashless infrastructure, right? And you people are buying into it. They're slowly adding it, right? Anyways, let's move on to the next one. This is from finbold.com. Microsoft to explore digital payments and CBDCs. And this was posted August 9th, 2023. So they're doing a lot of things in August, right? They're moving with this. Hey, man, brothers, don't be sleeping on the chip, man. You should be doing videos on the chip. This is serious, right? Though it tarry, wait for it. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, man. And a day to the Lord is 1,000 years. Right? It may seem like things are going slow, but it's actually going fast, man. I'm just saying. And we hasten the day. And if it wasn't for the elect's sake, the Lord wouldn't shorten these days, man. I'm just telling you. Just saying. So things are picking up, man. So here we go. It says Aptos Labs, a layer 1 blockchain started by former Facebook employees, is integrating Microsoft's artificial intelligence AI technology to serve users and developers. In order to roll out new offerings that combine AI and blockchain, Aptos is utilizing Microsoft's infrastructure. One such offering is a chatbot called Aptos Assistance, which will answer user questions about the Aptos ecosystem and provide useful resources to developers working on smart contracts and dApps. In addition, both companies have reached an agreement to investigate blockchain-based financial service solutions such as the tokenization of assets, various payment methods, and central bank digital currencies. With the goal of expanding the application of blockchain technology as per a press release published on August 9th in order to further strengthen the protection of its network. Aptos will make use of Microsoft Azure to host its validator nodes. So they're going to also merge AI with CBDCs. Brothers and even myself, we're going into AI technology as well a little bit. Chat GPT and all these things. That's going to be linked with this whole MOTB system. All right, so here, let's move on. Actually, you know what? I'll get a precept. I haven't brought in a precept out. It's been 12 minutes. Let's bring out one. Revelation chapter 13 and 16. Let's get one. Revelation chapter 13 and 16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see, and that's why they're bringing all this infrastructure in. That's why all these central banks are turning towards cashless and a digital currency, right? It's about control. It's about control, and you worshiping the beast and the system, right? So it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and yes, it's going to be inserted into you. Down the road, it will be inserted into your body. Linked with biometrics. Like I said, man, you're seeing the infrastructure being put in place. Your phones. Your phones are what really leading you to really buy into this system, because we all use our phones. We use it to shop. We use it to access our banking. A lot of people now, they're not really going to the banks. They do banking on their phone. I remember there was a time when you didn't have all these banking apps. You would always have to go to the bank to do your business. Now that's no longer the case. If you want to move money from a different account, you don't got to go to the bank. Just do it on your phone. How do you log into the app? You have the option of using your thumbprint or your fingerprint, right? So that infrastructure is there, and they're causing you people to buy into it slowly but surely. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. If you don't have it, you can't participate in everyday life while being in the system, right? And a lot of you men are not going to know how to function in that day. All right, so let's move on. BitcoinInsider.org, CBDC, Honduras, central bank initiates pilot studies toward digital currency launch. So it's a pilot, which is really a test or an experiment, which means they're going to perfect that system. They're going to perfect and work on the infrastructure to make it better. So, hey, it says here, pilot study aimed toward creating CBDC. The pilot study was revealed by the Apex Bank on X, formerly known as Twitter, and is aimed, and like I said, man, you should be on Twitter. Twitter has a lot of information, a lot of alternative news. Good news is on there, exposing things, man. The other day, man, I was watching Twitter and I was looking at things on the Ukrainian war. Those are things they're not even talking about on the mainstream news, man. That's a very serious war, right? But anyways, it says, and is aimed at developing and launching a central bank digital currency. The bank has invited interested sectors, professionals, and general public to provide comments and insights on this groundbreaking initiative. The consultation, accessible through the official BCH website, was unveiled following the presentation of BCH's research on new payment options to the Innovation Table of Financial Innovation, MIF. This platform brings together representatives from the public and private financial sectors, fostering collaboration and innovative thinking. The study titled The Future of Money and Payments in Honduras, Which Route to Follow, was meticulously crafted by the BCH with technical support from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, huh? That's a demonic organization, man. They've put in these different countries, especially countries in the island like Jamaica, into slavery, man. Telling you what you can buy or sell, right? A lot of these countries, man, they want to be protectionists. They want to sell amongst their own people and sell their own goods. But the IMF doesn't allow them to do that through these different contracts, man. Jamaica's one of them. They were a victim to the IMF, right? But anyways, that's another story. The document evaluates potential alternatives that could be implemented in the Central American nation, aligning with IMF broader efforts to promote CBDCs across Latin America. You saw that. You see that in Brazil. That's what they're doing. These different countries. But this is Honduras. All right, let's go. Another one. Now this is an old one. Bahamas Sand Dollar is world's first active CBDC. All right, so here we go. This is another article. I'll post all these in the description. Now we're going to look at the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, talking about how Jamaicans have to get ready for a digital Jamaica, right? They have to get their minds ready for it, and he's letting the people know that's what we're bringing to the country. So here we go. Let's play this.
Certain in the coming weeks and days I'll be making certain announcements regarding the acceleration of Jamaica's intention to become a fully digital society. We are well on our way to this. We have established the national identification system. We have put in place our digital currency. We have given directions to our ministries to digitalize their operations. Most of our ministries are now moving from paper-based systems to digital systems. Our military is transitioning. The society is moving very quickly, very rapidly to become digital. Our banking consumers are seeing it as well, because the banks are moving very rapidly to digital. You have something now called artificial intelligence. Very soon this position of a human being exchanging cash and so on, that is going to disappear from the banking system.
You hear that? That's going to disappear. That's going to disappear. Cash is going to disappear. And if you've been keeping up with Jamaica, they created something called the Jamdex. All right, that's their CBDC, the Jamdex. All right, limited transactions, easy transactions, no waiting times.
Very soon, and you are going to have to interface with machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace.
We all have to embrace. Yeah, it's because we're a part of the MOTB. Everybody has to embrace that. If you want to be part of the B system, you have to embrace a cashless society. All right, so here's this is from Policy Objectives for U.S. Central Bank Digital Currency System, and this was posted last year, September 2022. But I just thought to bring this out for edification. This is what the U.S. plans to do when bringing forth a digital system, right? So I just want you to take a look at this part when you go into where is it? Number 4. So here we go. It says here, ensure the global financial system has transparency, connectivity, and platform and architecture interoperability or transferability as appropriate. The CBDC system should be appropriately interoperable. The CBDC system should, where appropriate and consistent with other policies, priorities, facilitate transactions with other currencies and systems. Yeah, it's going to have to be universal, such as physical cash, commercial bank deposits, CBDCs issued by other monetary authorities, and the global financial system. The CBD system should be designed to avoid risk of harm to the international monetary system and financial system, including broad monetary sovereignty and a financial stability. The CBDC system should be designed with appropriate considerations for transferability and orderly termination in events such as a change in policy or end of life. Now, does that sound like a balanced weight? This sounds like a diverse weight. You know, because money and things that have value, they should be dealt with weight. You know, the Lord is against a false balance, right, and diverse weight. So the way they're doing things, they're promising you that, you know, if we bring forth this system, it's going to be balanced. But there's nothing tangible. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense. They're telling you, they're promising you all these things, that it's gonna be good, it's gonna be orderly, right? It's gonna, you know, it has to be everything has to be transparent, but it really isn't in the sight of the Lord. I got a precept, right? Diverse weights. Okay, I said diverse. So this is Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Yeah, because money is dealt in weight. You have to weigh it on a scale. You're no longer weighing it on a scale, but they're telling you if you go digital, it's going to be great. You have to make sure it's proper, but that doesn't make sense. Proverbs chapter 20 verse 23. Diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh, and a false balance is not good. So this is not balance. Now I'm going to show you in point 8. You know, this is important because this goes along with Revelation 13 and 16 and 17, because this is something along the lines of social engineering. So it says here, align with democratic and environmental values, including privacy protection. So take it in, environmental values, right? So what does that mean? So going into pollution, a carbon footprint, right? So with your CBDC or with your MOTB, with your CHIP, whatever you want to call it, whatever acronym you want to use, they're going to control how much you take. So wherever you travel, whatever you eat, whatever you consume, everything's going to be monitored. And those guys at the World Economic Forum, they've been saying things like this. So I'm going to read it here. Align with democratic environmental values. Cutting down pollution, right? Here it is, you people are the problem, but really the elites, they're the problem. They're the ones that live in these big mansions that consume all these resources. And while they're building these mansions and these skyscrapers, these luxury towers, that pollutes the environment. They're able to fly on their private jets. In the morning they can go to China to have breakfast. In the afternoon they can fly to Japan and have lunch. Right? And when comes dinner time, they can fly to Europe. They're the ones that are polluting the planet, man. Not you. And they have the nerve to say align with democratic environmental values. You guys don't give a damn about the environment, man. You damn devils. Alright, you damn devils, man. Let's get Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defieth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Right? So, hey. And that also, it's pollution, but also this goes into you killing people, man. Because blood does defile the land. Because you people have raped, robbed, and murdered to get your riches and to get your land. You can also go into James, the 5th chapter, going into woe ye rich men. But yeah, you're not supposed to pollute the earth. And you're not supposed to shed innocent blood. And because you've done that, now you're going to pay. But I'm just using this precept to show you that, these people, man, they don't give a damn about the environment. Matter of fact, let's get Isaiah 14. Fir trees. Cutting down all the damn trees. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 8. Yea, and the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. Yeah, Esau, Edom, the Illuminati, you guys. Cutting down all the trees, man. Amazon is all messed up because of your pollution. You cutting down trees for financial gain. Right? So when you go down, Mr. So-called white man, even the trees, they're going to rejoice, and rightfully so, man. And also it shows you that the world is a living organism. And especially the things that reside in the world or live in the world, the habitat, the ecosystem. It has a spirit. They feel like how we feel. Right? So even the trees, man, they're going to rejoice when you go down. Because how you keep cutting them down. Destroying the planet. So you don't give a damn about the environment. And you have the nerve to say align with democratic environmental values. You damn devils, man. You damn devils. So it says here the CBDC system should be sustainable. The CBD system should be compatible with the U.S. environmental priorities, including cutting U.S. greenhouse gas pollution by 50 to 52% from 2005 levels by 2030 and transitioning to a net zero emissions economy by 2050. So they're going to try and do this by having everything monitored. They're going to monitor everything you do, how far you drive, and if you exceed the limit that you're supposed to drive, you get fined. Or they'll just turn off your chip. Right? So this is social engineering, guys. This is social engineering at its finest. And a lot of you people don't care. So it says the CBDC system should minimize energy use, resource use, greenhouse gas emissions, other pollution, and environmental impacts on local communities. The system should improve on environmental performance relative to the traditional financial system. Wow. All right, so now let's see what these devils say. And this was posted last year, Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. Your buddies at the World Economic Forum. It says critics slam personal carbon footprint trackers discussed at World Economic Forum. So it says here, Davos, Switzerland, a tech executive at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, discussed new technology being developed that tracks an individual's carbon footprint. Right? We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint, said Alibaba Group President J. Michael Evans. What does that mean? Evans asked rhetorically. Where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? He answered. So they're going to monitor everything that you do. And if you exceed what they want you to do, they're going to shut off your chip or MOTB, whatever you want to call it. You're going to lose privileges. And like I said, man, this is going to tie in to a social credit system, just like what you see going on in China. If you exceed what you're supposed to do, if you break their rules and their guidelines, you're going to be shamed for it. And you're going to be labeled a criminal or an outcast. So that sounds like communism, right? That sounds like really tyranny. And the scriptures talks about this, man. Revelation chapter 13 and 16 on down. And many other scriptures. Right? So that's just more proof on that. So let's see here. This was posted May 5th, 2021. And it says why CBDCs will likely be ID based. Central banks are realizing CBDCs will have to be intimately linked to identify to deal with illicit finance and bank disintermediation risk. So let's see what they say here. I'm going to just read this part here. I pulled this up. It says what CBDC research and experimentation appears to be showing is that it will be nigh on impossible to issue such currencies outside a comprehensive national digital ID management system. Meaning, CBDCs will likely be tied to personal accounts that include personal data, credit history, and other forms of relevant information. So everything that is known about yourself will be on that ID. It's going to be tied to it. This brings forth tyranny and total control. And this is what the Lord told you about. But a lot of you people are ignorant. Right? What does the scripture say? 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Right? 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, then that goes into an evil intent, an evil purpose. That's that devices. And that's what it's for. To put you in slavery, complete control, and to have you worshiping the spiritual demon Satan, man. Right? A lot of you people are ignorant that this device is going to be used for evil. It's not going to be used for good. Even though they're promoting it that way. Right? So that's another, you should take that into consideration. All right, so false prophet. So let's go into Revelation chapter 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of burning with brimstone. Lake of fire burning with brimstone. All right, so NATO and the EU, America, that system, along with the false prophet, going along with the Roman Catholic Church and the Pope, they're going to be destroyed in these last days because they're going to bring forth the MOTB. Okay, mark of the beast. And they're going to be destroyed in these last days. We get Revelation 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. So this system is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And that's going to be done through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Alright? So anyways, hope this was edifying. Till next time, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone GMS. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.